Hi, this is Chris Moe. I'm an M&A advisor. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, but I'm selling companies across the country. I have a particular focus in the solar industry, but I like anything associated with that, whether it's roofing companies or HVAC or insulation companies. And this video is going to be about is why it's a good idea to have one buyer, more than one buyer at the table. Too often you get a nice surprise. Somebody comes to you, maybe it's a competitor or a private equity investor, and they make what looks like a great offer, but I'll explain here shortly why it's a good idea to back them up with more buyers. So here's my list of reasons why it's a good idea to have more than one buyer. Just like anything, if you got competition, it's going to be it's going to help you get more for your business. I think that goes without being said. It's also going to lead to a faster sale. Too often buyers, when they know they're the only ones at the table, they might get distracted with something else. They might start having second thoughts. Financing might go in question. It slows down the deal. Now, of course, that could still happen if you have more than one buyer. But if you have a backup buyer, you can actually kind of let them know, hey, buyer number one, I got buyer number two waiting. Actually, I have buyer two and three. So if you guys don't get your ducks in a row, we're moving on. And they'll sometimes move on, or they'll just literally move, they'll actually move faster. They'll be more responsive. So that's really important. You're going to see more deal structures. You're going to see more offers. So what we call an IOI, or an intent of interest, uh, which is usually the precursor of an LOI. Um, this is going to be, yes, we like your business. Here's what we're thinking about. From what we've seen, your representations look good to us, and we're willing to offer you. I'm just going to make up a hypothetical. We're offering you 5 times your EBITDA. Wow, that sounds pretty good. But if you have 3 or 4 other IOIs, you can actually, you can compare and contrast them to make a decision. And that allows these buyers to have a more intimate look at your business. So at that point, that's when they're going to, one of those or more are going to offer an LOI. So you get to see different deal structures. You might see one that's a much larger down payment. Maybe it's 80% of the asking price or what you want. But other ones might be 50%, but they might give you a nice big chunk of equity. So there's all these different kind of ways. And if you have more buyers, you can compare those. It's reduced risk. There's just no doubt about it. You'll feel less pressure to have to get it through with that one buyer. I just had a guy, it was a search fund that the buyer got cold feet, and it dragged on. And I saw it coming, and to have that second buyer or third buyer it's kind of insurance, and it keeps them honest. Number 6, the optimal buyer selection. It's just going to allow you to go with the culture fit that feels best. If you have a buyer that, sure, they might be offering you a lot of money, but it's going to probably rip the culture of your company apart. That doesn't feel really good. You might have to accept a little bit less, but the buyers have a vision that you always dreamed about, and they'll be able to see it through. That's kind of tied in with diverse options as well. So those are some just quick reasons why it's get excited about a buyer, but try to hedge that with having another buyer. And that's why You just don't want to waste a lot of time going through the process with some company. Sometimes the process might go on for 6 months, 9 months of you having to come up with all the things they're asking for in the due diligence process, and then they back out, and you just wasted a lot of time and effort. You might have scared off some of your employees because they kind of sensed something was going on. You take your eye off the ball, and it's not good. So just leave it at that. Get more than one buyer at the table. That's where we come in. We do amazing buyer lists. You can have that one great buyer, but I promise when you have that second or third one, when they know there's competitors, they're going to be acting a lot more appropriately in with everything they're doing. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and all the best.